Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Crucified versus Oliver Dog. We're going to start before the match with some interviews with the players. We'll start with you, Oliver Dog. How do you feel about your chances going into this?
Pretty bad.
Why is that?
Because I know he's better.
Well, that is not for certain. Sometimes things happen, and you might be able to pull off the win.
No.
He might have a problem like he did last time, I believe, and just not be able to open any boxes. What do you think will be your greatest strength going into this match?
Like shooting him.
Yes, dealing damage is the most important part of the game. Good luck to you in the upcoming match.
Thank you.
We'll go to Crucified now. How do you feel about your chances going into this match?
Pretty scared. He seems pretty confident, and yeah.
What do you think will be your greatest strength going into this match?
Probably just more knowledge of the game.
Yes, that is a very important part of being good at any game, is knowing the game itself. I suppose that is the art of war. I wish you both the best of luck in your upcoming match.
Yes,
May the best man win. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to match 1 of the semifinals. As you can see, sadly, there's only one screen right now because Crucified's recording of the match was lost. It was accidentally deleted by Crucified, so we only have Oliver Dog's point of view right now. And as we have seen before from him, he is a very defensive player. But it looks like, what a quick match. We see them push off and go. Oliver Dog staying behind cover until Crucified comes near, and he moves out. Crucified jumps over the building, and Oliver Dog manages to place an expert shot, landing a shot on the grenade on Crucified's belt, killing him instantly, making it 1-0 for Oliver Dog. Maybe he's able to keep this play up. Maybe he's able to keep this energy up and take down Crucified, who is arguably one of the best players, if not the best, in the league. We see Crucified and Oliver Dog see each other and are pushing against each other. Crucified taking some shots, but missing, and Oliver Dog tries to flank, but gets flanked himself, but he manages to escape from that position. As Crucified tries pushing again, it looks like Crucified has dealt damage to Oliver Dog. We see Oliver Dog skirting around the buildings as Crucified jumps over another building to give chase. Crucified and Oliver Dog are total opposites in playstyle, while Oliver Dog prefers to play more defensively, staying behind cover and getting his enemy to be his own undoing. Crucified is a very aggressive player who is willing to jump into the thick of it to try and get some kills. And I think that definitely shows in this match. It looks like Crucified might have disconnected during this time, and Oliver Dog kills himself to reset. Oliver Dog again hiding behind cover, but he accidentally jumps and falls over, which left him exposed. If Crucified was near, he could have gotten some serious damage in, especially if he was using a sniper like he likes to use. We see a grenade, what looks like a grenade, land on top of the building, but it looks like it is just a gun. We see Oliver Dog again hiding behind cover. No clue as to where Crucified is. This could be quite the deadlock in the match. But we see Oliver Dog handling his fundamentals, as it looks like he can see Crucified, and he waits for Crucified to get closer, which is a very smart decision on his part, as Crucified often uses a sniper rifle, and getting very close to them can be a good way to try and limit his ability with it. We see Oliver Dog again still hiding behind cover without pushing and taking the initiative, which, in my opinion, was a wasted opportunity. He could have pushed in and maybe even gotten a kill. But he is playing very defensively right now. We see Crucified jumping up on top of a building again, and Oliver Dog is deciding whether or not to engage, and it looks like he might be choosing to as he moves closer while still remaining behind cover. It looks like he switches into first person now, getting ready to fight as he throws some bullets Crucified's way, but none of them manage to land. At this point, they're dodging and weaving around each other's bullets, but Crucified actually manages to knock Oliver Dog over and kill him, making it 1-1. Tied up. We see Oliver Dog aiming at the host again. They're like aiming at each other. It looks like they're getting ready to advance, and it looks like Oliver Dog might already be. We see him again use cover, but he actually hops out as he sees Crucified and goes to engage, which is quite out of character for Oliver Dog. He is usually quite a defensive player. As we have seen earlier in this match, usually he just hide and wait for Crucified to come, but it looks like he's decided to actually take initiative. He deals damage through the wall, landing some shots on Crucified as Crucified fails to deal damage to him. But somehow Oliver Dog gets killed by Crucified in a totally lucky shot. It looks like Crucified had a sniper and managed to land a headshot or something. Again, we see Oliver Dog aiming at the host of the match. We use third-party hosts because whether or not your hosting can affect your ping and then therefore overall performance, and it looks like the host and Oliver Dog actually got kicked and had connection problems. It looks like Oliver Dog had connection problems and the host died and had to get back on the lift, but it looks like we have remedied these as they get ready to push. It looks like Oliver Dog is trying to type something in chat as he hides behind third-person cover. We see him hiding again. It looks like Crucified is on the horizon moving, which might bode poorly for Oliver Dog, depending on whether or not he manages to get Crucified unawares, and it looks like they are unable to, as they are slowly trying to trade bullets with each other, Crucified jumping over the tops of buildings to try and deal damage to Oliver Dog, but neither of them are managing to deal damage. It looks like Oliver Dog is trying to shoot out the back of that building to be able to see Crucified and deal damage. He manages to get some shots off as he flanks Crucified, and he does some more damage, but he is shot and knocked over, and Crucified manages to finish him, making it 3-1 favoring Crucified. Now, it looks like Crucified may be able to pull off the win here, but Oliver Dog might be able to pull off the upset. We have seen him play a little loosely that last round, so he might tighten things up defense-wise. He sees the host in the middle of the floor glitching out, as Crucified actually had the rocket launcher, but it gets knocked out of his hands twice as Crucified dies, making it 2-3, still favoring Crucified, but Oliver Dog is getting ever closer to that win. It is still match point, however, and the stakes are incredibly high, for Oliver Dog especially, because if he manages to pull off 2 more kills, he wins against Crucified, which is a major achievement for any player. We see Oliver Dog get kicked again as he works to try and get reconnected. And it looks like he is doing so and is calibrating himself again. We see Crucified down what looks like mid range as he's heading towards the flag. Oliver Dog is firing at him, although it does not look like they are playing seriously currently. Yeah, they are definitely not playing seriously as the host has jumped down and begun to fire as well. It looks like they are resetting, however, now. And it looks like they're getting ready to push. Uh, Maybe Oliver Dog manages to pull off the kill. Who knows? We see him again using third person in cover, which bodes well for him. He is very good at using that. But Crucified is nowhere to be seen currently. Although it looks like Oliver Dog barely sees him over the top of the building as he gets prepared to flank. And oh, he shoots a grenade on Crucified's belt, tying it up. It is anybody's game at this point. The next kill wins. This is monumental. Oliver Dog may be able to pull off a great upset here. We see them getting prepared to reset the match as it looks like Oliver Dog watches Crucified open up a weapons crate. But it does look like Crucified did kill himself to reset health and all that. And it looks like they're getting ready to push. And Oliver Dog, again, goes behind third person cover. Although he does back away and it looks like he's aiming up at the host again. It looks like the host totally just disappeared, although they did just move away. We see the host going back up in the lift. We have them go in the lift and go back and forth to try and minimize their impact on the game. It looks like Oliver Dog is strafing, getting ready for the match to start. It is not clear whether or not it has started, or all right, Oliver Dog just got kicked, meaning that the round has not yet started, as they have to reset now that a player has been kicked. It looks like Oliver Dog is hopping on top of the lift, which is quite a weird thing for him to do, and it looks like the host has fallen out, but Oliver Dog gets disconnected again, and he tries to go back into the lift, but he gets kicked again. It looks clearly the game itself does not want him up there, and he decides against it. Instead, moving behind cover and using third person as he is wont to do. We see him playing very defensively again, sticking to his strengths, because this is such a huge round for him. If he manages to get the kill, he can pull off a major upset that would definitely cement his skill as a player. So the stakes are definitely high for him. They see each other. Now it's just down to whoever has the better aim. Although they do manage to break line of sight with each other. So Oliver Dog could actually manage to escape here and recollect himself and try and get the flank off. But he sees Crucified, and they're getting ready to combat each other. Crucified hops on top of a building. He has a sniper, which is deadly in Crucified's hands. But it looks like Crucified died from fall damage from hopping off that building. And it looks like Oliver Dog is killing himself to reset the match, as we see Crucified running to pick his sniper back up again, which bodes poorly for Oliver Dog. If Crucified manages to use that sniper effectively, Oliver Dog may be done for, because the sniper is definitely Crucified's strongest weapon. He is an absolute force to be reckoned with that gun in his hands. It looks like Oliver Dog is hanging back again, letting Crucified take the initiative. And It looks like he's actually advancing on his right, aiming up at the host again, but he is uncovered this time, which is actually very dangerous for him. It looks like Crucified must have been kicked at the time. So they're resetting right now, and they're getting ready to push and ready to start the round. Again, stakes very, very high right now. This is anybody's game. It all comes down to a portion of luck and a portion of skill. The portion of luck most likely being far larger than the portion of skill, but the skill factor should not be ignored. As we see Crucified jump up on top of a building, Oliver Dog gets ready to go into action. As he lines up his shots, dealing insane amounts of damage to Crucified, managing to take the weapon out of his hands, which severely limits Crucified's power. And Oliver Dog gets the kill. 4-3, Oliver Dog pulling off a large upset, the major upset, going from 1-3, making it 4-3, him winning. What a game. All right, guys, what a match. That was quite an interesting turn of events. We'll turn to the players now and ask for their perspectives on it. First, you, Crucified. What happened?
I basically just got dookied on.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. A lot of like mechanical issues, but ultimately, kind of got turded on.
Yeah. What is something that you think you can improve on for future matches?
Better game quality. Maybe we should upgrade our servers.
I do have to remind you again that it is not our servers, it is the game maker's servers. We have no control over it.
You back talking me, boy?
Okay, well.
But GG's though. Good job, Oliver.
Good.
Thanks.
Good job, Crucified. There's always next time.
Of course.
Moving on to Oliver Dog. Oliver Dog, Oliver Dog, you were not the favorite to win this match. Let's just say that. How do you feel?
I'm surprised. Definitely.
Yeah, that was quite the upset you pulled.
I qualified for grand finals. That's pretty.
You did. Now you get to go against. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, it is very cool. Now you get to go against Hackerman just for bragging rights. To see who beats who.
Yeah.
Best of luck to you in that match.
Thanks.
Who knows? You might be able to carry your luck into the next match and win that one too.
Hopefully.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Platoon Championship Series. Today we have Hackerman versus Jaluigi. Hackerman moved forward because he had a match with Hot Cannoli, I believe. But they weren't able to set that up, so they just flipped a coin and Hackerman won that. So he moved forward. It is now Hackerman versus Jaluigi. For the first interviews of today, we will be talking to Hackerman. So Hackerman.
Hello.
What do you think are your chances coming into this match?
Well, I haven't played competitive Platoon in a little bit, so I might be a little washed. But I have played just against my brothers, so I feel like that'll definitely keep me in the game at least a little bit.
Well, yeah. That your rustiness might be difficult. Jaluigi just played the other day in one of these matches. What do you think will be your greatest strength going into this match?
Honestly, I think just like one of my greatest strengths of all is since I came up with the whole idea for competitive platoon, so I feel like I'm pretty good with all like the metas and how people play. Since I've also commentated the first whole tournament, and there were
Yep.
like 13 matches or whatever, so there was a bunch of that. So I am good and comprehensive knowledge of the game, and I feel like my mechanical skills are also pretty good.
Yeah, you certainly have a lot of knowledge about the game, probably the most out of all of the players in this championship series. Best of luck to you in the upcoming match. Now I'll move on to Joluigi.
Hello.
So you came out of your last match with a pretty good score. I believe it was 4-1, correct?
Yes.
How do you feel about your chances this match?
Not as strong as last match. I feel like Paul is, Hacker Man is selling himself short here, and I think that he's gonna wipe the floor with me, and I just want to try and get at least 1 or 2 kills under my belt.
That is quite an admirable goal. Maybe he's trying to lure you into a false sense of security. Who knows? What do you think will be your greatest strength going into this match?
Definitely my rocket jumping abilities. Did you practice those? Kind of. Nice. I'm not good at it, but I think when it comes down to it, it's going to give me the win.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm interested to see how this one goes with rocket jumps. I've never played against a rocket jump player before. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is certainly a new technique for the meta of the game. Best of luck to you as well. May the best man win. Alright, welcome to Hackerman vs. Joluigi. As you can see, it is the second match of the semifinals. And it looks like they are going straight off. Very quick start. They're both pushing down their respective lefts, although Joluigi is far closer to the center than Hackerman is. So they might not come across each other immediately. We see Hackerman go into third person and hide behind a building, as he usually does, as Joluigi pushes. Again, this is very typical play from both of them. We see Joluigi has extra firepower in the form of a rocket launcher, but we'll see if that is able to help them. As we see both of them using third person, I think they both know where each other are, as they can see each other popping out. We see Hackerman hop out from behind the building and shoot at Joluigi, killing him, making it 1-0. Honestly, that really was not Joluigi's fault. That was just the skill of Hackerman. It is very hard to do close-up combat with a rocket launcher and be proficient. The assault rifle is far better at that goal. We see them getting ready to move, and they are off as Hackerman fires forward as he moves to his right, and it looks like Joluigi is keeping towards the center. Again, we see Hackerman in third person, trying to outflank Joluigi, and he manages to kill Joluigi before Joluigi even has time to react, making it 2-0. We see them getting prepared. Hackerman kills himself to even up his health. We see Joluigi opening a weapons crate to pick up a sniper rifle again. But he drops it and goes for his assault rifle instead. This is quite an unorthodox move on his part. We see him laying down, but he does get back up. And he's trying to use... Oh, he lays back down again. He's hiding behind this wall to try and use it as cover and get Hackerman to come to him, which is quite a interesting idea. It's something, honestly, out of Hackerman's playbook. He's playing a very defensive game. Hackerman is forced to take the initiative, which is which isn't really a normal thing for him. It's not his modus operandi. And we see Joluigi jump out of cover to deliver some damage to Hackerman as they trade bullets. We see Hackerman's weapon get shot out of his hands as Joluigi kills him, making it 2-1. That was a very smart, that was a very good play on Joluigi's part, He closed the distance quickly, making the sniper rifle practically obsolete. Um, and he manages to shoot the weapon out of his hand, making it so that Hackerman does not have much combative capability, especially since Luigi still has his weapon in his hand. We've seen in previous fights that a fist fight can certainly happen, and that can be interesting, but if your weapon gets shot out of your hands and your opponent still has their weapon, it's game over for you, almost certainly. We see them both push off as they advance. Luigi actually pushes towards his left, and Hackerman takes a more defensive approach this time. There is a glitch where the host gets stuck in the floor of the middle of the match, and Luigi fires at him. We see Hackerman behind cover in third person again, although it looks like Luigi knows where he is. So now they're both getting ready to try and outflank the other, as Hackerman lands a no-scope, knocking Luigi over, but Luigi manages to do some damage in retaliation, and as Hackerman is trying to reload, Luigi shoots his weapon out of his hand, making it 2-2. That was such an interesting round. Honestly, I thought Hackerman was going to have it until Luigi managed to pop out and shoot the sniper rifle out of Hackerman's hand while he was reloading it. That was a very good play on his part. And that just goes to show how skilled Luigi is. We see them both advance. Hackerman down his right. It looks like Luigi is also pushing down his right, so they might not meet immediately. Hackerman again, behind cover in third person. This is what he usually does, although it looks like Luigi is firing at his general vicinity as he's trying to outflank him. But Hackerman manages to get the flank, shooting Luigi's weapon out of his hand as Luigi tries to punch him, but to no avail as Hackerman gets the kill, making it 3-2. We see them resetting, getting ready for the fight. We see Hackerman jumping off the building that he spawned on top of. Killing herself after a kill is a good choice, even if you don't really have, even if you haven't lost any health, because you get to replenish your ammo and your grenades. And if you still hadn't used a grenade, you could use it again. We see Luigi getting in the plane, which is technically against the rules, but he wasn't using it to fire. He only used it to move, as he gets right up on top of Hackerman and manages to get the kill. Although, after a meeting with the refs, they decided that it was against the rules to do that, and he was not allowed to use the planes at all, making it still 3-2 Hackerman's favor. So anybody, honestly, this is quite a close game. It is anybody's game, really. Hackerman just needs one good kill. Luigi needs just two more, but they are both relatively skilled. Like, they are both very skilled players. We see them getting ready to face off in advance as Luigi messes with his sight, and it looks like they are off as Hackerman pushes down his right and Luigi pushes down his left, meaning they will most likely meet. We see Hackerman using third person as Luigi actually switches sides to go to his right, but he pushes back towards the center as he gets flanked by Hackerman, who does 60 damage to him. We see Hackerman doing a shot, jumping over him, trying to kill Luigi, which would have been an excellent end to this match. Just absolutely a flourish, like Hackerman is very good at doing. But we see that he shoots Luigi's grenade on his belt through the wall, ending it, making it 4-2. Hackerman wins. All right, what a match. Now we'll go on and talk to the competitors, Hackerman and Luigi, about their thoughts on that match. We'll start with you, Luigi. How do you think that match went?
I did pretty much as well as I thought I would. There were some times where I was getting shot at or I got killed and I didn't even know where I was getting shot at or killed from. So, I guess there's not much you can do against the platoon master, Paul Hackerman.
I
Yes.
mean, it's practice makes perfect. I have two brothers and we play a lot, so I'm sure if you played a lot with us as well, you'd be just as good as us.
So, what do you think? What do you think you could have done better?
I really only tried rocket jumping once. I think I could definitely did more of that. I didn't give it a chance to flourish. I didn't get any more rocket launchers out of the crates. They were all snipers. But I think if I play again, I gotta definitely perfect the rocket jump.
I think if you perfect that technique, that will definitely put you into the stratosphere of platoon players.
I agree.
All right, we'll move to Hackerman next. So, how do you feel about that match? How do you feel you did?
I feel pretty good. With that match, I qualified for grand finals. I'm super happy about that.
Yes, you do qualify for grand finals, but you will still have a final just for bragging rights. For,
that is true, and I'll do my best
bracket.
to win. Although I might be facing Crucified, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point. The match, I feel like it went very well. There were some times where I honestly was afraid of Jolluigi when I had my sniper. He shot it out of my hand, and I only had one bullet left. I had to reload, and I was reloading, and he came around the corner and he got me. So there's a couple times where I was caught off guard by him. But other than that, I feel like I did really good. The last kill was kind of a trick shot. I shot his grenade through a wall, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that was quite an interesting kill. How do you feel about your chances in the grand finals?
Well, so two players. Well, we're doing this match before Crucified, so it's supposed to be the other way around, but scheduling problems disallowed that. So we're gonna do Crucified later. But besides the point, so far it's just me, Pop Tart Boy, and Gyrodog, which are kind of ironically my brothers, but they're honestly beasts. They're very good. Gyrodog is an underdog, which is kind of funny because it's a dog. But I feel like a lot of people underestimate him, but he did win the first qualifier, so I definitely will have to look out for them. And Pop Tart Boy is just an all-out amazing brawler. He definitely takes those 50-50s, and he wins them most of the time, so I will definitely have to train harder in just straight-out combat instead of my usual sneak up using third person and shoot them. But yeah, I feel like I can do decent. Definitely gonna try to win my first match, but who knows? Maybe some new people will start playing out of nowhere and get even more better than all of us, and that'll be even more threatening for the title of grand finalist. But we'll see as the rest of the tournaments go.
Yes, it will be very interesting to see how this all unfolds. I wish you the best of luck in your further endeavors in Platoon.
Thank you very much.
And that's all we have for these two contestants today. Thank you, guys.
Good game.
Good game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Platoon Championship Series. This match is the finals of the second qualifier rounds. So this one doesn't actually have too much of an impact on the players' scores and their positions in the upcoming grand championship, but it does just give them bragging rights, which is what this is all about. That's the most important part. We'll go to one of our two contestants today, Hackerman and Oliver Dog. We'll start with Hackerman and ask him a few questions. So, Hackerman, how do you feel about your chances going into this match?
Honestly, this was a shock to me. I didn't expect Oliver Dog to qualify and win this match. Although we were playing, and I did tell you that you might beat him. Didn't I say that?
True.
and it happened. So I'm very happy for him, and I know that Crucified will be able to demolish the competition next tournament, and he will qualify and might even win the tournament for sure, 100%. But focusing on this tournament, I'm pretty confident. I think I can win. It would be nice to win my first tournament, and that'll definitely give me confidence for grand finals. So yeah, that's my take.
Yeah, that'll be a great thing. What do you think will be your greatest strength coming into this match?
I think like last time when I faced Jalaluigi, since I used to be a commentator for this, having knowledge of like the metas and stuff, as well as being a top 4 player, definitely I feel like makes me a dangerous opponent because I know how to play and I can play well, if that makes sense.
Yes, that does. I wish you the best of luck in the upcoming match. Now moving on to you, Oliver Dog. You pulled off quite the upset. You slayed a giant last round, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that you'll be able to carry that into this round?
We'll see. I almost beat Hacker Man last time we played in like I don't know what the round was called.
It was I think it was last qualifier tournament.
Yeah.
It might have been the first round, I think.
Yeah, that
it was like the first qualifier tournament, first like match. You almost beat me.
That was
like
a very good match, yeah. What do you think will be your greatest strength going into this match?
Just like knowing what my best skills are and knowing when to go into fight and when not to be fighting. So yeah.
Yes, that is very important. Knowing when exactly you should be in a fight and when you should be backing out is a very, very important part of any combat game.
Yeah.
All right. Best of luck to you both in the upcoming match. May the best man win. All right. Now we have Hackerman versus Oliver Dog. This is the finals, which means that they both qualify, but this is just for bragging rights, which honestly, that's the most important part of this game. We see them getting ready. It looks like Hackerman is advancing, as Oliver Dog actually chooses to stay behind. They've actually fought before in the original championship, in the original tournament, I believe, and they both used this this tactic of staying behind cover and staying in third person, which made a very slow game. Hopefully they manage to speed things up more this time. We see Hackerman taking the initiative and moving, which is a surprise, as that means he is giving Oliver Dog an advantage. Although it looks like he's being quite conscious of how he is pushing and making sure to not push too much. We see that Oliver Dog now knows where Hackerman is, but Hackerman gets back behind cover and getting back into third person to try and figure out where Oliver Dog is, because he is at quite the disadvantage. And it looks like Oliver Dog has found Hackerman and is trying to push and get the kill. They trade bullets for a while, but Hackerman actually manages to get off the flank, but nothing ever really comes of that, as they both meet, and it's just down to whoever has the best aim. We see them trade some bullets, Hackerman dealing solid damage and actually managing to get the kill, making it 1-0 favoring Hackerman. Alright, we see them getting set back up again. It looks like Hackerman had to adjust his name because of a glitch in the game or something, I can only assume. And it looks like Hackerman is standing ready at his flag, getting ready to push. Oliver Dog again staying behind cover in third person, as Hackerman has to take the initiative, but he is remaining cautious and still hopping behind cover and using third person to try and figure out where Oliver Dog is. These two are both very defensive players, so this is a bit like watching turtles try to slap box, but we can only hope that one of them takes the initiative, and it looks like Hackerman is, as he tries to flank Oliver Dog. But it looks like they do not exactly know where the other is. At least Oliver Dog has not begun to try and flank Hackerman yet. So we can only wait and see what happens. Again, they're both behind cover this time. Oliver Dog actually hops out temporarily to try and bait Hackerman, as Hackerman does take the initiative in trying to find him, but Hackerman is kicked from the game. We see Oliver Dog sitting here waiting. It looks like he's going back to his starting position to reset, as Hackerman was kicked. We see them both getting into starting position. Oliver Dog just lobs a grenade downfield, accomplishing nothing really. Although I suppose it does make it so that it is impossible for grenades to be shot off his belt, as they cannot be shot if he does not have any. We see them both using cover in third person yet again. Still only 1-0. Roughly 4 minutes into the match. Neither of these players are too quick. Again, the turtle slap boxing idiom would come to mind. We see Oliver Dog going to shoot Hackerman, as Hackerman accidentally picked up the flag and tried dropping it, but also dropped his weapon, leaving him defenseless and ripe for a kill, making it 1-1. Anybody's game at this point. We again see Hackerman checking his menu. As they both get ready to advance, Hackerman pushes down his right, Oliver Dog down his right, it looks like, as well, meaning they might not intersect, which is going to lead to an even slower game currently. We see them both using cover in third person to try and figure out where the other is. It looks like Hackerman is jumping out from behind cover temporarily to try and bait Oliver Dog, much like Oliver Dog tried to do earlier in the match. We see Hackerman running towards the dunes to try and hide amongst the sand dunes, as Oliver Dog decides to push. It looks like he is also heading towards that way. It looks like Hackerman might be at a disadvantage because he does not have any cover out there, while Oliver Dog does. It looks like Oliver Dog definitely sees Hackerman at this point and is trying to figure out a good place to ambush him. This is quite an interesting round. We see Hackerman just blind firing into the ground, and it looks like Oliver Dog is giving chase as Hackerman has circumnavigated the playing field, moving all the way around town, getting into third person as they are both kicked, which slows this game down even further, sadly to say. Hopefully they do not have any further technical difficulties, or we might be on this match all day. As it is still 1-1 almost, around 6 minutes into the match. But it looks like they have both made their way back into the game, and it looks like they are getting ready to push. We see them waiting for the call to move. And it looks like Oliver Dog is going to immediately hop behind cover as he does so, although it looks like he's currently pushing, as Hackerman is just sitting in his menu. I do not know if Hackerman is trying to go for some sort of unprecedented play here, but we'll see if it pays off. But it looks like he is not doing that, as he hops out of his menu and decides to push down his right. It looks like Oliver Dog is also pushing down his right, just like last time, meaning they will most likely not intersect each other, and will have to cross over the middle. Alright, it looks like Hackerman has found Oliver Dog and tries to fire off a few shots at him, but fails to hit, as Oliver Dog tries to get behind cover to protect himself from Hackerman. We see Oliver Dog still on the move, Hackerman taking it nice and slow, as he sees where Oliver Dog is and is making the moves to be ready to flank him. It looks like Oliver Dog is going for the flag, as Hackerman manages to shoot him, killing him, making it 2-1. Alright, we see them resetting and getting ready for the next round to ensue. We see them getting ready. It looks like they're waiting for the permission to push, as they have. Hackerman has shot a weapons crate out of the sky as they both kip behind cover and use third person again. Again, Hackerman jumping up to show his head, hoping that lures Oliver Dog towards his location so that he can try and outflank Oliver Dog. But neither of them are currently really taking the initiative, making this what looks like to be a slow round. As Hackerman actually decides to take the initiative, they're both pushing, as Oliver Dog manages to shoot Hackerman's gun out of his hand, but Hackerman manages to recover it. He shoots it out a second time, but Hackerman manages to recover it again and gets the kill, making it 3-1. Now that was an exciting round towards the end right there. It was moving a bit slow at first, but once they found each other and had no choice but to fight, it became quite interesting. We see them getting ready to push again, and Oliver Dog is actually taking the initiative this time, as Hackerman opens up a weapons crate, which appears to be empty. And Hackerman is again using third person in cover, but they see each other, and it looks like they are getting ready to fight. And Hackerman manages to shoot Oliver Dog, making it 4-1, Hackerman's win. Alright guys, what a match. We'll get the competitors' perspectives on it right now. First, Oliver Dog. What do you think? What are your thoughts on that match?
Definitely didn't play as well as last time. And he basically just got the surprise on me more, and landed more shots probably. So yeah.
Yeah, I suppose lightning doesn't strike twice. Well,
Yeah.
what is something you think you could do better for next time?
Probably getting more practice in. That's something I feel like I could do better on.
Yeah, make sure you do get in a lot of practice, because as we said before, you are still qualified for the Grand Championship. This was just this
awesome.
final. This final was just for fun. The semifinals were what actually qualified you. This is just a bragging
nice
match. So
alright, cool.
We'll move on to who won the bragging rights.
Let's go! Oh my god.
That was quite an entertaining match.
It was. It featured me picking up the flag on accident, dropping it, and then him coming around the corner while I didn't have a gun and killing me.
that was quite funny.
I didn't even know you didn't have a
gun. And then I did it to him,
yeah.
which is even funnier.
What is something that you think you can improve on for future matches?
Honestly, I think it's my nerves. I get pretty nervous. Although one time where this match actually, I was able to improve my nerves. When he shot my gun out, I think it was the time I got the third kill. When he shot my gun out twice, and I was able to kill him before he finished reloading. I was like, what do I do? What do I do? And then I like took a breath somehow, like in between that, like 10-second encounter, and then picked up my gun and then just focused instead of panicking. I just had to trust my instincts and just go with it and shoot him, you know?
Yes, that was quite an event. That was a quite interesting part. So yeah, I hope best of luck to you both in the upcoming Grand Championship.
Yes, I'm super excited.
Rest on your laurels for now, Hackerman, as you have the bragging rights of this tournament.
Super excited. I can't wait to prove myself at Grand Finals.
Yes, best of luck to both of you. May you both go far.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alright. Thank you.